in the high mountainous regions, where clouds still linger around treetops each morning, and the wind carries the wild scent of forest herbs through modest stilt houses. That is the homeland of the Ray people. Also known by other names such as Jai, Nung, or Nhung, the Rai are not among the most populous ethnic groups in Vietnam, but they boast a richly textured culture deeply rooted in the identity of the Northwest. As one of Vietnam's 54 ethnic communities, they are primarily found in the provinces of Lao Cai, Lai Chau, Ha Giang, and neighboring highland regions. The Ray people share physical traits with the Thai and Nung ethnic groups and speak a language belonging to the Thai branch of the Thai Kadai language family. Despite the many changes in history, they have retained a traditional way of life, from house construction and wet rice cultivation to mystical spiritual rituals. Amidst the sweeping changes of modern times, the Ray remain a warm, earthy thread in the vibrant tapestry of Vietnam's mountainous culture, quiet, resilient, yet brightly distinct. Anyone who has set foot in highland districts like Bat Sat, Lao Cai, Phong Tho, Lai Chau, or Dong Vun, Ha Giang, will likely come across stilt houses with curling smoke in the late afternoon. Hidden beneath dense forest canopies, these are the villages of the Ray. Unlike some ethnic groups that live scattered, the Rai tend to form clustered communities of dozens to hundreds of households, situated along hillsides, in valleys, or near water sources ideal for wet rice farming. A defining trait of Rai settlements is their close bond with nature. Villages are chosen not only for practical farming needs, but also for feng shui, fertile land, access to water, wind protection, and sunlight-facing homes. Houses are usually built with their backs to hills or high ground, facing rice fields or streams, a placement that is both rational and spiritually significant. Ray villages do not have rigid land divisions. Houses are spaced at a comfortable distance enough for privacy, yet still fostering community closeness. A communal courtyard sits at the village center, serving as a venue for group activities like then singing, bamboo dancing, and receiving guests. During major events such as weddings, forest rituals, or the rice planting ceremony, the entire village gathers here, bringing food, rukan rice wine, and instruments to celebrate together. The Ray live in stilt houses, a style suited to mountainous terrain that helps avoid dampness and wild animals. Typically, homes have 3 compartments, with roofs made from palm leaves or yin-yang tiles, sturdy wooden frames, and raised floors about 1.5 to 2 meters above ground. The space underneath is often used for livestock, firewood storage, or tools. Interestingly, the kitchen is the heart of the Ray home, centrally located for cooking, family bonding, and receiving guests. Above the hearth hang dried corn and smoked meat, not only a means of preservation but also a testament to the host's skill and diligence. Ray houses often lack solid walls, instead using bamboo screens for airflow. The interiors are modestly decorated with traditional items like bamboo flutes, rice pounders, hunting crossbows, and woven textiles, everyday objects rich with cultural meaning. Wet rice cultivation is the Rayi's main source of livelihood. They excel in terracing techniques, creating stunning, flowing rice fields that contour the mountainsides. In addition to rice, they grow corn, sweet potatoes, leafy greens, and raise buffaloes, pigs, chickens, and cows. The forest is also a vital source of life. The Ray forage for bamboo shoots, medicinal herbs, catch stream fish, hunt small animals, and collect firewood. They follow unspoken rules. Never overexploit the forest, avoid hunting during mating seasons, and always respect the sacred forests believed to be the dwelling place of ancestral spirits. Today, some Ray people supplement farming with small trade, community tourism, or working far from home. Yet, most maintain a deep connection to their ancestral land. Their bond with the soil, the trees, and the home streams runs like lifeblood through every part of daily life. Modern life is gradually reaching even the remotest Ray villages. Electricity, mobile signals, and brick houses are becoming more common. Some families now live in concrete stilt houses or single-story homes. Village roads are being paved. Children go to school. Adults use mobile phones and access the internet. However, The Ray cultural identity remains intact, gracefully and flexibly preserved. What's remarkable is that the Ray don't experience a rupture between tradition and modernity, they blend them. One might wear a t-shirt and use a smartphone, yet still hold a forest worship ritual, celebrate the rice planting ceremony, perform bamboo dances at weddings, and tend the spiritual altar of their ancestors with care. In the high mountainous regions, where morning clouds still cling to the treetops and the breeze carries the scent of wild herbs through simple stilt houses, this is the homeland of the Ray people. Also known by other names such as Gi, Nang, or Nhung, the Rai are not among the most populous ethnic groups in Vietnam. However, they possess a vibrant culture deeply imbued with the essence of the northwestern highlands. As one of the 54 recognized ethnic communities in Vietnam, the Rai mainly reside in the provinces of Lao Cai, Lai Chau, Ha Giang, and nearby highland areas. Physically, the Ray people resemble the Thai and Nung, and they speak a language belonging to the Thai-Thai subgroup of the Thai-Kadai language family. Despite many historical upheavals, they have managed to preserve their traditional way of life, from building homes and cultivating wet rice fields to performing mysterious spiritual rituals. Amid the ever-changing tides of modern life, the Rai remain a warm, earthy hue in the rich tapestry of Vietnam's mountainous cultures, quiet and enduring, yet strikingly beautiful. Anyone who has visited the upland districts of Bat Sat, Lao Cai, Phong Tho, Lai Cho, or Dong Van, Ha Giang, will likely have seen stilt houses with bluish smoke curling in the late afternoon. Blending into the thick green forests, these are the homes of the Ray people. Unlike some ethnic groups who live scattered, the Ray typically reside in clustered villages, with each village comprising dozens to hundreds of homes. These villages are built along hillsides, in valleys, and near water sources, ideal conditions for wet rice farming. What makes Ray settlements unique is their deep connection with nature. Villages are not just built where farming is convenient, but are also chosen based on feng shui principles: fertile land, proximity to water, protection from strong winds, and homes that face the sun. The village typically faces the direction with the most sunlight, with its back against a hill or mound and a stream or rice fields in front, a layout that is both logical and spiritually meaningful. Ray villages are not divided into strict plots or rigid boundaries. Stilt houses are built at appropriate distances, enough to maintain privacy while still fostering community bonds. At the heart of each village lies a communal courtyard, where people gather for group activities such as then singing, bamboo pole dancing, or welcoming important guests. During major events like weddings, forest worship ceremonies, or rice planting festivals, the whole community gathers here, bringing food, rukun rice wine, and traditional instruments to celebrate together. The Ray live in stilt houses, a style well suited to the mountainous terrain, offering protection against dampness and wild animals. These homes usually consist of 3 compartments, have roofs made of palm leaves or yin-yang tiles, and are built with sturdy forest timber. The floor is raised 1.5 to 2 meters above the ground. The area underneath is typically used to raise livestock, store firewood, or keep agricultural tools. An interesting aspect of Ray homes is the kitchen, which is placed in the center of the house. It serves not only as a cooking area but also as a space for family bonding and receiving guests. Above the hearth, bundles of dried corn and smoked meat are always hung, a practical method of preservation and a testament to the household's diligence and skill. Ray homes often lack solid walls, instead using bamboo panels or open-air designs to encourage ventilation. Walls may be modestly decorated with bamboo flutes, rice pounders, hunting crossbows, or brocade fabrics, everyday items imbued with cultural significance. The Rai primarily earn their livelihood through wet rice cultivation. They are adept at transforming hilly terrain into terraced fields, creating stunning rice paddies that contour the mountainsides. Besides rice, they also grow maize, sweet potatoes, green vegetables, and raise livestock such as buffaloes, pigs, chickens, and cows. Forests play a vital role in their lives. The Ray gather bamboo shoots, medicinal herbs, stream fish, and small game. They also collect firewood, A set of unwritten rules governs their interaction with the forest. Never cut down trees indiscriminately, never hunt during breeding seasons, and always respect sacred forests, believed to be the dwelling places of ancestral spirits. While many Ray people have now turned to a mixed economy combining agriculture with small-scale trade, community tourism, or migrant labor, most still maintain a deep connection to their ancestral land. Their bond with the soil, the forest, and the home stream flows like blood in every fiber of their lives. Modern life is gradually reaching Ray villages. Electricity, mobile networks, and concrete houses are becoming common. Some households have shifted to concrete stilt houses or flat-roofed homes. Village paths are being paved. Children go to school, adults use smartphones and access the internet. Yet the Ray cultural identity remains delicately and flexibly preserved. What stands out is the Ray people's ability to blend tradition with modernity without losing either. They may wear t-shirts and use phones, but they still hold forest worship ceremonies, celebrate the rice planting festival, dance the bamboo pole dance at weddings, and pay reverent attention to the spiritual altar of their ancestors. In Ray culture, the family is not just a place of shelter, but a cradle of values, a keeper of traditions, and the lifeblood of community connection. The Ray family is where love is nurtured, where individuals are born, grow up, learn how to live with kindness, and harmonize with both nature and society. The Ray typically live in multi-generational households, with 3 to 4 generations under one stilt roof. A single household can include more than a dozen members: grandparents, parents, children, and sometimes uncles, aunts, and cousins. Such large families ensure that elders are never alone, children are well cared for, and daily tasks from farming to housework are shared smoothly and harmoniously. The father plays the role of economic provider and decision-maker in major matters such as house construction, marriage, and ancestral rituals. The mother is the heart of the home, tending the hearth, raising children, weaving, and teaching daughters the virtues of womanhood. Children are raised through observation and imitation, not harsh discipline, just gentle guidance beside the kitchen fire. Respect for hierarchy is a cornerstone of Ray family life. Younger generations must show courtesy to elders, addressing them properly: father, mother, grandfather, aunt, uncle, etc. When guests visit, it is the children who pour water, grill, corn, or set the meal. Through such small tasks, they learn manners, responsibility, and a strong sense of kinship. A Ray village is more than just a place to live. It is a unified body tied by bloodlines, social relationships, and shared spiritual beliefs. Each person belongs to a clan, usually among 5-7 common surnames like Lo, Lu, Fan, Vang, Tun, and each clan has a respected elder who acts as leader responsible for ancestral worship, conflict resolution, and moral guidance. Clans live interspersed, but unite clearly by lineage during important events. The village also has a Ja Lang, a village elder, respected for their wisdom and understanding of customs. This person represents the village to authorities, organizes communal rituals, and mediates disputes. When someone errs, the elder does not scold, but offers gentle advice in front of the community, allowing the person to correct their mistake with dignity. Solidarity in Ray villages is most visible during celebrations, weddings, funerals, or house building. Everyone lends a hand. Someone fetches water, someone splits bamboo, someone cooks, someone sings. There is no notion of your job, your problem. Instead, one person's task is the whole village's task. Ray women embody the roles of mothers, wives, weavers, cooks, and cultural transmitters. From a young age, girls are taught to weave baskets, embroider, cook, and behave respectfully and diligently. Ray mothers do not speak much or raise their voices. A glance or a quiet reminder by the fire is enough for children to understand what is right. In many families, women also preserve indigenous knowledge, herbal medicine, planting by lunar phases, lullabies, and ceremonial dances. These traditions may not be written down, but are remembered through every festival season, every fireside story. Women are the living libraries of Ray heritage. Today, Rai women also go to markets, work in factories, and use mobile phones, yet their elegance, gentleness, and sense of responsibility remain unchanged. They are the bridge between tradition and modernity. The Rai teach their children to be honest, never steal, avoid laziness, and always speak the truth. They deeply value trust or promise, even if just spoken must be kept. Those who do wrong must apologize. Those helped must show gratitude. Refusing a drink offered without a reason is considered impolite. Rai children are not punished with harsh discipline. Instead, they learn through affection and example. Elders tell tales, legends, ghost stories, or moral lessons like, if you live kindly, heaven will bless you. These lessons are full of humanity and cultural depth. Marriage in Rai society is more than a union of two individuals. It's a symbolic connection between two families, two clans, and two microcultures within the community. It is a long journey of affection, betrothal, bride service, and celebration filled with symbolic rituals and heartfelt warmth. Rai people do not practice forced marriage. Young men and women are free to meet, fall in love, and choose their life partners. Most romantic beginnings occur at highland markets, community festivals, or during forest or harvest work. Rai men often initiate courtship playing leaf flutes or bamboo instruments, composing poetry, or singing love songs. Rai women respond with shy glances, graceful dances, or by offering a cup of rice wine. Rai love is simple yet profound. Lovers connect through eyes, music, shared labor, and soul resonance. Once mutual affection is confirmed, the two families begin discussing marriage preparations. Once the couple expresses the desire to marry, the groom's family sends elders, often the father or uncle, to the bride's house for an introductory visit known as the betrothal ceremony. This informal yet significant event involves bringing offerings, good rice, wine, sticky rice, bundles of aromatic leaves, or small gifts like chicken, fabric, or traditional cakes as a gesture of sincerity. The meeting is warm and respectful. Families chat about backgrounds, select an auspicious wedding date, and discuss terms. The most important condition is the couple's consent. If the bride nods, the match is considered blessed. A signature custom of the Rai is the groom kidnapping ritual. After the bride's family agrees, the groom comes to live with them, often for several months to a few years before the official wedding. During this period, he works alongside the family, doing house chores and farming like a son. Living as a groom in service is not seen as inferior. On the contrary, it reflects the groom's sincerity, maturity, and readiness to integrate into his wife's family. In some cases, the couple is already regarded as husband and wife, awaiting the ceremony to formalize the union. A Rai wedding is a major event. Depending on the family's means, it may last 1 or 2 days, with the entire village participating. The bride's family hosts a feast for the groom's party, relatives, and neighbors. The menu often includes pork, stream fish, bamboo shoot soup, sticky rice, corn cakes, and ruarkan, all prepared by villagers themselves. It's a showcase of culinary talent, musical skills, and communal spirit. The bride wears a traditional dark purple and black brocade skirt, silver jewelry, and a ceremonial headscarf. The groom wears a black long tunic with a red fabric belt. To enter the bride's home, the groom's party must pass symbolic tests, drinking challenges, singing duels, or bribing playful children, guarding the gate with candy. The wedding night is filled with songs and laughter. Elders share old love stories, children play by the fire, and young people sing and dance late into the night. The celebration is not only for the two families but a joyous event for the entire community. After the ceremony, the couple may live with the bride's family for a while or build a new home. Both families contribute to their new lifeland: rice seeds, livestock, water containers, or a loom for weaving. The newlyweds are expected to care for both sets of parents, join communal festivals, and raise their children according to Rai customs. The Rai do not emphasize dowries or bride price, but value character and love. A hard-working, gentle, and respectful man is admired by the entire village. A skilled, modest, and talented girl is the pride of her clan. Marriage in the Ray community is not merely the union of two individuals, but the convergence of two families, two clans, and two microcultures within the larger community. It is a journey of love, courtship, bride service, and wedding, rich in symbolism, warmth, and harmony. The Ray do not practice arranged or forced marriages. Young men and women are free to meet, fall in love, and choose their partners. Romantic encounters often take place at mountain markets, traditional festivals, bamboo pole dances, or during communal activities like bamboo harvesting and rice collection. Ray men usually take the initiative, showcasing charm and creativity through bamboo flute melodies, poems, or flirtatious folk songs. The women respond with shy glances, graceful dances, or offering a cup of wine with both hands. Love among the Rai is simple yet profound. They express affection through glances, music, shared labor, and emotional resonance. Once mutual affection is felt, the couple begins a subtle commitment, prompting both families to prepare for marriage discussions. After the couple expresses their wish to marry, the groom's family sends an elder, usually the father or uncle, to the bride's family to formally get acquainted. This is the betrothal ceremony, marking the beginning of official arrangements. The groom's side brings offerings like quality rice, wine, sticky rice, aromatic herbs, and modest gifts, chicken, fabrics, traditional cakes, as a show of goodwill. The ceremony is warm and respectful. Families share their backgrounds, discuss auspicious dates, and agree on expectations. Most importantly, the couple's consent is honored. If the bride nods, the match is considered accepted. A distinct Ray custom is groom service. With the bride's family's approval, the groom comes to live with them, often for several months or even years before the official wedding. During this time, he works alongside the family in household and field tasks, like a true son-in-law. Groom service is not seen as demeaning. Instead, it's a demonstration of sincere love and the groom's maturity. It shows his commitment to care for his future wife and integrate with her family. During this period, the couple is sometimes considered husband and wife in practice, awaiting the formal ceremony to make it official before both clans. A Ray wedding is a major community celebration. Depending on resources, it may last 1 or 2 days, involving the entire village. The bride's family prepares a feast to welcome the groom's party, relatives, and friends. The menu features pork, stream fish, bamboo shoot soup, sticky rice, corn cakes, and ruar khan, fermented rice wine, all homemade by villagers. It's a time for women to showcase cooking skills and for men to display music and song. The bride wears a dark purple brocade skirt, silver jewelry, and a traditional headscarf. The groom dons a long black tunic with a red woven sash. To collect the bride, the groom's party must complete playful challenges like drinking contests, singing duels, or even bribing gatekeeping children with candy. The wedding night is filled with songs and laughter. Elders recount old love stories, children play around the hearth, and youths sing and dance into the night. The wedding isn't just a family affair, it's a communal joy. After the wedding, the newlyweds may stay with the bride's family for a while or build a new home. Both sides support them with land, rice seeds, animals, water jugs, or looms. The couple is expected to care for their parents, participate in village events, and raise children according to tradition. The Ray place little emphasis on bride price or dowry. Instead, they value character and affection. A hardworking, kind, trustworthy young man who respects elders and cherishes his wife is beloved by all. A gentle, skillful girl who can sing, weave, and carry herself with grace is a pride of her clan. For the Ray, death is not the end, but the beginning of a new journey where the soul leaves the physical world to reunite with ancestors. As such, funerals in Ray culture carry deep spiritual meaning. They are not just farewells to the deceased, but sacred moments of honoring heritage, expressing gratitude, and reaffirming the bond between the living and the spiritual world. The Ray believe that every human has a soul that exists alongside the body. When someone dies, the body perishes, but the soul continues on traveling to the heavenly realm where ancestors reside. However, to ensure the soul departs peacefully and goes the right way, the family must perform proper rites. Otherwise, the soul may become lost, restless, or a wandering ghost. Thus, funerals are among the most sacred rites in a person's life. They not only concern the dead but also affect the health, peace, and fortune of the living, especially direct descendants. A Ray funeral typically consists of three main stages: announcement of death, ceremonial rituals, and burial and post-funeral remembrance. Every stage follows specific steps, and each family and clan member knows their role. Death announcement and spirit guiding ritual. When someone passes, the family notifies the village elder, clan leader, and neighbors to prepare for the funeral. The Ray believe that this announcement must not be delayed, as the soul needs early guidance to avoid wandering. After cleansing and dressing the body, the family performs a spirit guiding ritual using rice, wine, sticky rice, boiled chicken, candles, and incense, all to light the way for the departing soul. A shaman chants prayers, inviting ancestors to welcome the newly departed. The ceremony usually lasts 2 to 3 days, depending on the deceased's age, status, and family conditions. During this time, relatives come to express condolences, bringing rice, wine, firewood, or helping with cooking, tent building, and grave digging. Everyone contributes, reinforcing community solidarity. The shaman performs sacred rites, such as inviting the soul to hear final words from the family, offering to ancestors, notifying them of the new arrival, and requesting their protection, calling the living spirits to ensure mourners do not suffer shock or soul loss. The entire village eats a condolence meal together, burns incense, and sings farewell songs, mournful chants, recounting the life and virtues of the deceased. Burial and grave marking. The Ray bury their dead in a sacred forest or ancestral cemetery. Graves are spaced apart to avoid spiritual disturbance, especially between young and old. Graves are left natural, with no large monuments, only a wooden post bearing the name, age, and clan of the deceased. Some families place offerings like a bowl of rice, a boiled chicken, or a crossbow, items once dear to the departed. Valuables are avoided to prevent spiritual attachment. After burial, a final farewell prayer is offered, promising to live well in honor of the deceased. Post-funeral remembrance, maintaining the spiritual bond. Even after the funeral, the Rai continue honoring the deceased through 3-day, 49-day, and first-year memorials, with full rituals and invitations to extended kin. Year-end grave cleaning, where the family visits the tomb, clears the weeds, offers incense, and invites the soul home for Lunar New Year. Ancestral altars, present in every home, often with a photo or symbolic item where food is offered on the 1st and 15th days of each lunar month. Children are taught to revere their ancestors and remember their roots. Before every major event, weddings, childbirth, house construction, they light incense to inform the spirits, seek approval, and pray for peace. For the Ray people, life is not only tied to forests, mountains, and rice fields, but also deeply intertwined with the spiritual world where gods, ancestral spirits, and natural forces coexist and directly influence prosperity, harvests, health, and fate. As such, spirituality in Ray culture is a vibrant realm, sacred yet familiar, imbued with faith and gratitude. The Ray believe in the parallel existence of two realms: the physical world, the domain of the living, and the spiritual world, the domain of ancestors, spirits, and deities. These two realms are not entirely separate. Rather, they can communicate through rituals, especially through the shaman, regarded as a messenger between humans and the divine. The Ray pantheon includes forest deity, Pu Muang, guardian of the mountains, responsible for the vitality of animals and plants. Stream deity, protector of water sources, ensuring favorable weather. Earth deity dwells in the soil, governs bountiful or failed harvests. Hearth deity keeps the household safe and warm. Ancestral spirits, the souls of forebears who continue to watch over and bless their descendants. Each deity is honored in a specific way. The Ray offer rice, wine, and boiled chicken, not just as acts of faith, but as symbols of reverence, gratitude, and cultural continuity. Every Ray village has one or more shamans, highly respected figures who play an essential role in spiritual life. Not everyone can become a shaman. The role is often inherited or spiritually chosen by the divine. During rituals, the shaman wears a black robe, wraps a red cloth around their head, and holds wooden swords or bamboo sticks. Standing before the altar, they chant in ancient or vernacular languages and perform sacred movements merging sound, rhythm, and spirituality. Ceremonies may last hours, even overnight, and are deeply solemn yet rich in artistic expression. The Rai hold many rituals, some small, others elaborate, all aimed at invoking blessings and warding off misfortune. Ancestral rites, January-July, year-end. Families offer food and wine to invite ancestors home and honor their presence. Forest worship, Pu Muing, held before entering the forest at the start of the rainy season. Villagers gather in a clean clearing, sacrifice a chicken, burn incense, and dance around a sacred tree asking for peace and protection from wild beasts. Hearth offering, conducted at year-end, to bid farewell to the hearth deity, thanking them for warmth and household peace. Sky deity rites, calling the spirit, held when someone is seriously ill or the village faces hardship. The shaman performs rituals to summon the lost soul or appease the divine. These ceremonies are highly communal, not only addressing spiritual concerns but also strengthening social bonds and cultural identity. The Rai have many traditional festivals tied to agriculture, life cycles, and spiritual beliefs. Held at the start of the planting season, usually after the Lunar New Year, villagers bring seeds to the fields and pray to the earth deity for a bountiful harvest. The day features traditional games like Nem Kon, throwing cloth balls, blindfolded duck catching, and singing contests. Children wear new clothes, adults drink rukun, and young men play flutes. Laughter and music fill the air. At the end of the harvest, the Rai hold a Thanksgiving ceremony called New Rice Eating. Sticky rice, boiled chicken, and corn cakes are first offered to the ancestors before being shared with the family. It's a time for reunion and gratitude, reminding all of their connection to the land and their roots. Held during weddings, tet, or major community events, people gather in the village courtyard, arrange bamboo poles, and perform dances accompanied by drums and flutes. Young men and women exchange glances and affection through song and movement. These moments often spark new romances and are cherished by the youth. Amid the vastness of the Northwest Mountains, where the wind hums with trees and rivers whisper ancient lullabies, the Rai have developed a rich tradition of folk arts. For them, music, song, and dance are more than entertainment. They are spiritual languages, living records of history, love, belief, and community. Music is inseparable from Rai life. There is little distinction between sacred and secular music. Melodies accompany festivals, work, joy, sorrow, and even funerals. Music expresses inner emotion, connects generations, and ties people to their land. Rai melodies are gentle, warm, and soulful, often based on the pentatonic scale, easy to learn and sing by instinct. On cold winter nights by the fire, elders chant Khan epic tales sung slowly, sometimes melodically, sometimes like storytelling. These performances can last for hours and pass down history, customs, and wisdom. The Rai use handmade instruments crafted from bamboo, wood, and animal skin, each with its own timbre and cultural role. Kenbei bamboo, mouth organ, the most iconic instrument played by young men during festivals or courtship. Its sound can be lively like a mountain stream or melancholic like the autumn wind. Hand drums and gongs, used in ancestor worship, funerals, or village festivals. Their rhythms create a sacred atmosphere. Wooden clappers and bamboo sticks, accompany circle dances and bamboo pole dances with fast, simple beats. Bamboo flutes and jaw harps, personal instruments used for expressing emotion, especially in romantic contexts. Their haunting melodies often echo at dusk, becoming poetic symbols of Ray love. Music is not taught from books but passed through ears and hands. Children grow up playing drums and flutes. Young adults often make their own instruments a source of pride and identity. Folk songs are the soul of Ray artistic expression. During festivals, weddings, or daily tasks like farming or weaving, the Ray sings solo, in pairs or in groups. Common types include courtship songs, sung during festivals as boys and girls get to know each other. They exchange witty, poetic verses, often drawing on nature imagery. The moon over the mountain calls you home. The wind carries my words through the bamboo window. Lullabies, sung to children by mothers, sisters, and grandmothers. The lyrics evoke birds, sticky rice, and mountain streams, soothing yet filled with moral teachings. Farewell songs, performed at funerals by friends or relatives. These are not loud wails but soft, respectful songs that gently guide the soul to the ancestors. Ray lyrics may be simple, but they are deeply poetic. They reflect life, dreams, love, sorrow, and joy like a musical diary passed from generation to generation. The bamboo pole dance is central to Ray festivals. Under the moonlight, in the village square, bamboo poles are arranged in rows. Young men and women take turns dancing between the poles as others beat out rhythms. The sound of clapping bamboo, laughter, and rhythmic footsteps creates a vivid communal spectacle. Other traditional dances include circle dances, forest worship dances, and exorcism dances, often accompanied by singing, gongs, and ritual objects. These are not mere performances, but sacred acts of prayer and reverence for the divine. In an era of pop music, television, and social media, many fear that traditional Ray music and arts may fade. However, several villages are proactively preserving their heritage by hosting mouth organ classes, folk singing workshops, and encouraging youth to wear ethnic clothing and perform at community festivals, schools, and cultural events. Elder artists have become teachers without blackboards, passing down skills through stories and live demonstrations. Old songs and dances, once at risk of being lost, are being revived through the passion and pride of the Ray people themselves. If music is the voice of the heart and festivals are the soul of the community, then traditional clothing and handicrafts are perhaps the clearest reflection of the Ray cultural identity. Every pattern, every stitch, every thread is more than labor. It is the story of a lineage, of the forest and mountains, of love and belief. Ray clothing and craftsmanship form a silent language that identifies the community, preserves memory, and extends cultural heritage from generation to generation. Ray clothing strikes a balance between tradition and practicality, reflecting a lifestyle closely linked to manual labor and the mountainous environment. Though not as flamboyant as Ong brocade or as ornate as Tai long dresses, Rai garments possess a gentle charm, modest, graceful, and deeply rooted in ethnic identity. Ray women wear long, ankle-length skirts in dark indigo or black-purple shades, often embroidered with spiral or zigzag motifs, or patterns stylized from forest leaves and birds. Their tops are typically short, long-sleeved blouses with side buttons and round collars. In some regions, women also wear backless undershirts and vibrant shoulder shawls. Outfits are complemented with colorful belts, silver necklaces, bracelets, bronze earrings, or beaded jewelry. Daily attire is simple, but during festivals or weddings, women wear the most elaborately embroidered brocade, expressing pride in their heritage. Ray men wear short, open front shirts and straight-legged trousers, usually in indigo or earthy brown, with a simple sash around the waist. Some shirts feature minimal geometric patterns. Men also wear soft headscarves or bamboo hats, and often go barefoot or wear hand-woven sandals. For festivals, they may don long-sleeve tunics with stand-up collars and fabric buttons when dancing or performing. Though less decorative, men's clothing is well-tailored, emphasizing neatness and practicality, ideal for working fields, trekking forests, or community events. Brocade weaving is an age-old craft passed from mother to daughter in Ray families. From as young as 9 or 10, girls are taught to spin thread, dye with natural indigo, and operate the loom. By their 20s, most can weave their own outfits, a quiet measure of grace and diligence. Cotton is homegrown in mountain plots, spun by hand, and dyed with leaves, producing natural indigo. Fabric is woven on traditional wooden looms, usually placed in a corner of the stilt house, a space for both work and family connection. The most intricate part is embroidery, requiring memory, creativity, and precision. No sketches are used, motifs are learned orally and passed down by eye and hand. Ray brocade tends towards subdued tones, deep reds, forest greens, earthy yellows, and smoky purples. Each pattern tells a story. Rice stalks, bamboo leaves, reed flowers, swallows, raindrops, symbols of fertility, prosperity, harmony, and nature's rhythm. Weaving is not only for personal use but also for gifting. A mother gives a skirt to her daughter on her wedding day. A sister offers a wrap to her younger sibling. A woman embroiders a scarf for her beloved. These gifts carry deep emotional meaning, tokens of love and cultural continuity. Beyond textiles, the Ray excel in bamboo and rattan crafts. Their calloused hands create beautiful, practical items from forest materials. Bamboo backpacks GUI, for carrying rice, firewood, or water, designed with sturdy bottoms and strong strap. Woven trays and baskets, essential for food prep and fieldwork. Crossbows and arrows, used in hunting and protecting crops. Bamboo mouth organs, flutes, and wooden clappers, both musical instruments and decorative pieces. These objects symbolize labor, self-reliance, and harmony with nature. A home with well-woven backpacks and well-tuned instruments is seen as a home of skilled, respected individuals. Cuisine is the soul of culture. For the Ray, every dish is more than a mix of ingredients and techniques. It is a reflection of a life lived close to forests, fields, and streams. Every fish, every bamboo shoot, every grain of sticky rice carries the essence of the land. Though modest, the Ray table offers rich, unique flavors and a deep spirit of community. The Ray favor natural, locally sourced foods over exotic or expensive items. They trust in what nature offers: stream fish, native chicken, wild bamboo shoots, foraged greens, bitter leaves, mountain sticky rice. Ingredients vary by season. Spring, young mustard greens, bamboo shoots, fatty stream fish. Summer, forest gourds, jute leaves, wild eggplant. Autumn, fresh rice, baby corn, guava leaves. Winter, dried buffalo meat, bamboo tube rice, homemade cassava wine. They do not use preservatives or refrigerators. Instead, they rely on age-old preservation methods: smoke, curing, sun-drying, salting, and fermentation techniques that retain both flavor and identity. Those simple daily meals are flavorful, nutritious, and rich in tradition. A staple in every meal, sticky rice is steamed in bamboo baskets, fragrant and chewy, sometimes mixed with beans, corn, or colored with forest leaves. It is often shaped into small balls and eaten with grilled meat or sesame salt. Fresh fish from local streams, cleaned and marinated with salt, lemongrass, and wild herbs, then grilled on bamboo skewers over charcoal. The meat is firm, aromatic, and sweet, best paired with forest greens and homemade dipping sauces. Slices of buffalo, beef, or pork are seasoned with salt, wild pepper, and chili, then hung above the kitchen fire. Smoke cures the meat over time. Before eating, it is reheated and shredded, savory and deeply flavorful. Leaves like dun, muckmurt, or bitter herbs are foraged and simply cooked, boiled with dipping sauce, stir-fried with garlic, or made into soup with dried fish. Fresh bamboo shoots are either grilled or pickled, a rustic but flavorful side dish. Their sour, crunchy texture pairs wonderfully with hot rice and grilled pork. During major events like weddings, tet, or housewarmings, the Rai hold communal feasts. Everyone contributes. Elders coordinate. Youth cook. Children gather vegetables and firewood. Signature dishes include whole roast pig, grilled over fire or in a clay oven, crispy skin and tender meat. 5-colored sticky rice, naturally dyed with forest leaves, magenta leaf, turmeric, Pandan, gak fruit, beautiful, fragrant, and sacred. Whole boiled chicken, first offered to ancestors, then shared at the table. Bamboo tube rice, kamlam, sticky rice steamed inside bamboo tubes, aromatic and soft. Ruu-kan, communal rice wine, brewed from cassava and forest herbs, aged in ceramic jars, drunk through bamboo straws, a symbol of unity and celebration. Ceremonial meals such as the New Rice Festival, longevity celebrations, or weddings feature these traditional dishes. No one eats alone, all sit around round trays, laughing and sharing joy. The Ray deeply respect etiquette at the table. Before eating, children invite elders to begin. Adults exchange toasts, and children are served the tastiest parts. No one eats before offering food, and no one takes the largest share. Seating is also regulated. Men, women, elders, and children all have defined places, reinforcing hierarchy and respect. After meals, people often drink ruu-kan, sing love songs, and share jokes. These gatherings are not just for nourishment, they are moments of bonding, conflict resolution, and teaching kindness. In modern society, education is often associated with classrooms, blackboards, and textbooks. But for the Ray, especially in traditional communities, education is a living journey. It happens in the forest, by the hearth, on the terraced fields, and within the heart of the community. It is a quiet, organic transmission of knowledge never imposed, yet deeply rooted in every action, word, and custom. From an early age, Ray children learn without needing to sit at a desk. They learn from their parents and grandparents, people with no formal education but rich life experience. Their first lessons are not math or literature, but how to split firewood without cutting your hand, how to carry water without spilling it, how to recognize medicinal plants and animal tracks, how to treat elders and friends with respect. In a Ray household, the hearth is the true classroom. Grandfathers tell folk tales, grandmothers sing lullabies, mothers weave, fathers carve crossbows. All are silent lessons. Children learn with their eyes, ears, hands, and hearts. No writing, no exams, but unforgettable understanding. The Rai believe that elders are living treasures. They preserve stories, customs, farming wisdom, healing methods, and rice seed selection skills. Listening to elders is considered a vital form of education. Children are encouraged to sit near the elders, to listen, observe, and ask questions. No one mocks a foolish question. Rather, curiosity is welcomed and rewarded with stories and teachings. Elders rarely scold, they teach through metaphors, comparisons, and tales. A tiger's caution teaches attentiveness. A fish's journey teaches patience. Nature is also a grand teacher. The forest teaches endurance, streams teach gentleness, fields teach planning, and the moon teaches timing. The Rai grow up believing that those who can hear the forest and feel the wind will live wisely and well. Ray education isn't limited to survival skills, it also nurtures values. From a young age, children are taught diligence, rising early to go to the fields with parents, solidarity, sharing firewood, giving rice balls to friends, self-respect, not begging or cheating, courtesy, offering food to elders, greeting guests, saying thank you. Fathers teach sons to farm, carve tools, and fish. Mothers teach daughters to weave, cook, embroider, and behave graciously. These lessons carry no grades, but a kind and honest child earns the respect and affection of the entire village. Today, with state investment in rural education, Rai children can attend school. Many villages have preschools and primary schools. Children learn Vietnamese, writing, and technology while still speaking their native language, planting rice and singing folk songs. Some families send their children to district or provincial boarding schools, hoping they will gain knowledge and return to help their village. Some Ray individuals have become teachers, doctors, or engineers, yet proudly keep their Ray names and visit home for every celebration. The Ray are learning to harmonize, embracing modern education while honoring their roots. At school, children study science and math. At home, they speak Ray, play bamboo flutes, and dance the bamboo pole dance. In the spiritual life of the Ray, faith is not an abstract concept. It is present in every word spoken, every home, every rice, terrace, mountain, and stream. Their worldview is a harmony between humans and nature, between the living and the spiritual realm. They live with gratitude not only to ancestors, but to the heavens, earth, trees, animals, rivers, and even the unseen. To the Rai, ancestors do not disappear after death. They are still present in the breath of the forest, in dreams and omens, and especially beside the family hearth. Ancestors are family members who live in another realm. They are invited to meals on the 1st and 15th lunar days, informed of important events, and invoked in weddings, house blessings, and harvest rituals. Every Ray home has an ancestral altar placed in a sacred space, often near the hearth. It holds incense bowls, water cups, salt dishes, and sometimes heirlooms like earrings, small knives, or bamboo flutes. These are not just objects of worship, but symbols of family lineage. When offering incense, Ray people whisper as though speaking softly with loved ones close by. The Rai see the universe as inhabited by spirits. Every mountain peak has a guardian. Every stream has a water god. Every forest a spirit of the trees. These forces do not punish blindly, they represent cosmic balance. If people live respectfully, nature is kind. If they destroy or exploit, spirits may bring drought or illness. Thus, Ray people are deeply respectful of nature. They do not cut sacred trees in taboo forests. They avoid loud laughter near holy streams. They never dig recklessly where ancestral spirits dwell. They refrain from hunting on forbidden days. Before each farming season, they hold land blessing rituals. If they catch a rare fish or animal, they light incense to thank the mountain gods. These acts reflect belief and also serve as ecological education, teaching restraint, reverence, and limits. The Ray do not fear the dead. They believe that with proper farewells, the soul will return to the heavens and bless the living. If not, the soul may become a lost or harmful spirit. Thus, funerals are performed with care, inviting the soul, apologizing, giving instructions before burial. At the year's end, the Ray hold a soul-calling ceremony to invite ancestors to celebrate Tet with their descendants. They pray, pour wine, light candles, and offer new rice on the altar, creating a sense that the entire family is gathered, laughing, crying, and reunited. What's unique in their worldview is the belief that the living and the dead can still converse. When facing hardship, the Rai approach the altar, light incense, and whisper for guidance. Strange bird calls, vivid dreams, or a fire suddenly extinguished are read as signs from ancestors. From this spiritual worldview arise distinct moral principles. Respect for elders and harmony among generations, because ancestors are watching. Living in balance with nature, because the forest is the home of spirits. Honesty and integrity, because deceit harms one's soul. Ritual and gratitude, because the past is the foundation of the present. Ray children are taught early. To lie is to make your ancestors sad, to anger the forest gods. These lessons are not burdens, they seep naturally into daily life, shaping values from within. The world is changing so rapidly that even the most silent mountaintops can no longer remain untouched by the whirlwind of modernity. The Ray people, longtime residents of the Northwest Highlands, now find themselves at a crossroads. On one side lies the surge of urbanization, mass media, social networks, and labor migration. On the other lies a precious trove of traditional culture, gradually fading with time. And yet, rather than being swept away, the Rai are finding their own way to walk with the times by balancing preservation and adaptation in a uniquely Rai fashion. The development of roads, technology, and television has brought noticeable shifts in the Rai way of life. Young people are increasingly detached from their mother tongue. Few learn to play the bamboo flute or remember old folk songs. Traditional clothing has been replaced by market garments, school uniforms, and athletic wear. Handicrafts are vanishing as demand declines and brocade weaving cannot compete with industrial fabrics. Community cohesion weakens as many youth leave for work in cities, rarely participating in old-style festivals or weddings. The once quiet village landscape now features signal towers, motorcycles, loudspeakers, and smartphones, changing the pace of life, patterns of thought, and even the way traditional culture is perceived and experienced. Despite facing many transformations, the Rai are not passively allowing their culture to disappear. On the contrary, there have been numerous efforts, both internal and external, to protect and revive core values. Elder artisans open classes in the village to teach folk singing, weaving, and flute playing. Mountain schools integrate mother tongue instruction and Rai folktales into local cultural education. Rai youth organize bamboo pole dance teams and perform traditional flute music at fairs and provincial tourism events. Several villages have developed community-based tourism models, restoring ancient stilt houses and introducing Rai cuisine to visitors. Most notably, many young Rai have begun using social media to showcase their culture, filming cooking videos, performing traditional songs and dances, telling ancient stories, or live streaming village life, small acts with powerful reach, especially among younger generations across the country. The beauty of the Rai approach is that they are not rigid. They don't try to freeze their culture in a living museum. They let it evolve, continue living in new ways. A young Rai person can wear a t-shirt and still play the bamboo flute with skill. A child who plays video games can still speak fluent Rai with their grandmother. A young mother who uses a smartphone can still weave brocade with the same artistry as her elders. What matters most is awareness of identity. Once this takes root in the hearts of the younger generation, then no matter how far they go, they will always know who they are, where they come from, and what they carry with them. Technology can change how stories are told, but not the root of the story. If the Rai continue to preserve their core values, love for the community, respect for ancestors, harmony with nature, maintenance of their native language, rituals, and folk arts, their culture will not fade. Instead, it will grow stronger. The future of the Rai is not solely defined by economic development, building permanent homes, or earning university degrees. That future must also be built upon a cultural foundation. Bilingual education, learning the national language while preserving the mother tongue. Preservation of intangible heritage, recording audio and video, writing books, teaching, singing, dancing, and weaving from an early age. Eco-cultural tourism, developing the economy based on cultural identity without harming the environment. Inter-ethnic exchange, ensuring Rai culture is not isolated but becomes a vibrant part of Vietnam's broader cultural identity. As we close this journey of exploring Rai culture, we see not just a highland ethnic minority, but a community rich in depth, emotion, and strong cultural self-awareness. They live simply, yet richly, quietly yet persistently, like small streams that flow gently, nourishing the vast forest of Vietnamese cultural heritage.